Hello friends, Marv Eisen here from Timeless Dollar Trading Academy, and you're looking at the chart of the last week of the S&P E-mini, and this chart makes no sense. It makes no sense because what we've seen over the last week is just a ridiculous crash of the market. Now, one thing in the past did remind me of what I'm seeing on this chart, and I'm going to call your attention to it. Maybe you remember an incident that happened back in 2015.
The co-pilot wanted to destroy the plane, says the French prosecutor, chilling details of what happened at 38,000 feet. The pilot asking the co-pilot to take the controls. He's heard sliding his seat back and leaving. Within moments, the 28-year-old German co-pilot, Andreas Lupitz, locks the cockpit door from inside, then noses down the jetliner heading to the ground. The pilot returns to the door, knocks, then starts banging. But there is no response from inside. But the cockpit voice recorder captures the co-pilot breathing all the time, normally, as the jetliner dives 22,000 feet in about 10 minutes. Screams are heard in those final moments before it slams into the mountain. All the 149 of the others on board living through the horror of the final seconds. Even the prosecutor had trouble recounting the deadly end of this flight. The mystery this morning? Why? The motivation.
So how do we make sense of a market that makes no sense? I suggest looking back at the 6 trade setups that I talk about so often and that I teach in my course. And one of these trade setups I mentioned back on March 19th. And that's the time and price trade. And I want to take you back to a video I made on March 19th and tell you what and illustrate what I said then and how it relates to making sense of the market, even though the market itself doesn't make sense. As traders, the only thing that we want to know, the only thing that you want to know is where is the market going to go? And so this to me looks like a time and price type trade, all right? Market has moved steadily downwards, and so I believe markets have been moving up in the last couple of days in anticipation to bring them down. And in looking at this move down over the last several weeks, this looks to me like a time and price trade. And time and price trades, and it's one of the 6 trades I teach in my course, it's where the market moves in a certain direction and then stabilizes for a while and moves in the same direction over the same length of time. So I believe the market has moved down vertically in about this number of points. I believe that the market is going to move in the same number of points over the same length of time. So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to make a clone of it, and I'm going to move it down to where the equilibrium is going to be around here. And I believe that the market, within about the same time as we have here, I believe in the next month, the market will be down here at around 5,100. That's my prediction. That brings us to where we are today, going into trading on Monday, April 7th, markets are where? 5,100, right down here, 5,100. They don't have far to drop to take out this low right here at about 49.65. And so it looks like the markets are going to retreat even further. It's a dangerous time to trade. Let me take you to the one day on Friday. Okay, so they closed Friday in basically a trend day, but it's a dangerous day. It's a dangerous time to trade. If you're trading, you really have to catch the entry right. Because let me point something out to you on this chart. All right, let me just go a little further here. Okay. Do you see these horizontal lines? Each horizontal line is 40 points. 40 points. If you miss the entry wrong, you're going to get really slammed. And so, I recommend 10 points, 12 points as a stop in a normal time. But with prices gyrating this quickly, not a really good time to trade. I mean, you could be right, but why risk it? Trading, like any business, you want to minimize risk. And so that's my video for today. I really don't know what the market's going to do tomorrow, April 7th. Nobody knows what the market's going to do. Futures are headed downward overnight. Does that mean that they're not going to recover Monday? Nobody knows, all right? So I suggest use some patience, Wait till market stabilizes. Let's see what's going to happen. I mean, if the powers that be, really want to crash the economy, well, we're all in the same boat, my friends. So let's keep our powder dry. Let's be smart. At least if we're not going to make money, at least don't lose money. So thanks so much for watching. Trade safely, use lots of patience, and I'll see you in my next video. Marv Eisen for Timeless Dollar Trading Account.